Students, now we are in part 6 video. In part 6 video, we are going to continue the same exercise 4.2. We are going to start with 5th question. In part 5 video, we have completed up to 4 questions we have completed. Isn't it? I hope you all copied your classwork with neat presentation and you all completed your homework also. Isn't it? Yes. Okay, now we'll see in part 6 video, we'll start with 5th question. The question is, rhombus PQRB is inscribed in triangle ABC such that angle B is one of its angle P, Q and R lie on AB, AC and BC respectively. If AB equal to 12 centimeter and BC equal to 6 centimeter, find the sides of PQ or B of the rhombus. What they were saying in the question, rhombus PQRB is inscribed in triangle ABC, which means what? In a triangle ABC, this rhombus PQRB is inscribed, means in triangle ABC the rhombus is inside. Okay, so I have drawn inside. See the rhombus PQRB. This is the rhombus. Okay, such that B is one of its angle P, Q and R lies on. B is one of the angle in rhombus. Okay, in a rhombus P is one of the angle, isn't it? And they were saying angle P, this P lie on first what? AB they have given. In AB side the P is lies, isn't it? Similarly next we are having Q. Next here what we are having? AC. Say in AC side we are having the point Q. Similarly the angle. Okay, in AB side we are having one angle P and AC side we are having another angle Q and last is what? BC side we are having another angle R. Clear? They have given some values. The values are AB equal to 12 centimeter they have given. See here A to B full length I have written 12. Then and BC this full length B to C they have given 6. Find the sides of PQ. Where we are having PQ? Here. Then RB. This both the side they were asking. We know that we have given PQRB is a rhombus. PQRB is a rhombus. In rhombus, what is the first property of the rhombus we have learnt in the smaller class? Yes, all the sides are equal. So, what they are asking us to find? They were asking us to PQ and BR or RB. But we don't know any four sides. If we found one side, it is enough. That is the answer for the remaining three sides. Isn't it? But we don't know any side. So, what we are going to do is, first we are going to applying by Thales theorem we are going to do. Before that, since we don't know this value PQ and BR, we are taking this value as XX. Similarly, this side also XX and we are taking. Okay, now this full length is 6 means the remaining of this P to R we have taken X. Then the RC value what we have to take? 6 minus X. Full length is 6 means you have to subtract 6 minus X, that is the RC value. Clear? Now if we have doubt what value we are having? X plus 6 minus R. X 6 minus X we are having. So we have to get. See students, here X we are having plus 6 minus X. This plus 6 and minus X cancel, we are what we are getting? 6. So the old length is what? 6. So when we are adding the first half and second half, we are getting correctly 6. Clear all of you? So what we are doing is, we are taking this BR value as X and the full length they have given in the question itself 6. So remaining value what we have to take? You have to subtract 6 minus 6 and you have to write this value. Clear all of you? When you are adding this to what we will get? We are getting correctly 6. Clear? Then similarly this full length AB length they have given in the question as 12 centimeter. AB full length they are given as 12 centimeter. We have taken 6x centimeter. PB value we have taken x centimeter. But what is the remaining here? 12 minus x is what? AB value. Clear? When you have this both 12 minus x plus x, what you will get? Minus x and plus x will get cancelled. Remaining we are getting 12. Clear students? Not only for this problem, for any problem, if you are knowing the one part of the value and you are knowing the full part, means you can subtract from the full part from the another small part. Clear? Clear how I am writing here 12 minus x and 6 minus x? Okay. Now I am writing PQRB is a rhombus. PQRB is a rhombus. Since we do not know by the property of rhombus, all the sides are equal, but we don't know any side, so we are writing all the sides. PQ is equal to QR is equal to RB is equal to BP is equal to X. We are taking. Clear? In question what they have given AB equal to 12 centimeter, that I have written. If full length is 12 centimeter, then this half is 8 centimeter, means that AB is what? 12 minus x. So only I am writing AB value equal to 12 minus 8 centimeter. Here, similarly in question they have given BC equal to 6 centimeter. I have written BC equal to 6 centimeter. Then this RC value is what? Remaining half. This is x, means then this should be 6 minus x. So RC is 6 minus x centimeter. Okay. Now we are taking first in a triangle ABC. See, I have drawn here in small. Students, when you are writing a classwork, you draw this diagram in the side with little bit bigger. Okay, this and this diagram are not very important. Okay, because then only you will be able to understand when you are reading during for your exam. So little bit big you draw this diagram, because insufficient of space I have drawn very small, but in your classwork you draw it neatly with big shape. Now we are taking a full triangle. In triangle ABC. What we are taking in triangle ABC, where PQ, this line, PQ is parallel to what we are taking? BC. Clear all of you? PQ is parallel to BC. I have drawn separately from that whole triangle, I have drawn separately here. PQ is parallel to BC. Then by Thales theorem, how can we write now? AP divided by PB is equal to AQ divided by QC. That only I have written. Mark that as equation 1. Then next we are taking the same triangle in a triangle ABC. Now which side we are taking? Now we are taking this QR side. Clear all of you? Now we are taking this QR, this side we are taking. We are leaving this and we are taking this QR. So one day I have drawn in a triangle ABC, QR. QR is parallel to AB. QR is parallel to AB. I have drawn double line. When you are seeing it will be clear. Now when QR is parallel to AB, how can we write now the corresponding side? CR divided by RB is equal to CQ divided by QA. Okay, we have to see whether this right hand side or same, left hand side or same. No, whether right hand sides are same, but this QC we are having here in denominator, this QA we are having here in numerator. So what we have to do? We have to do just reciprocal, taking reciprocal on both the sides. In this equation, this 2 we are taking reciprocal. So reciprocal means this denominator part, what will happen? Will go up. So this RB when goes up, what will happen? BR. Similarly, this CR will come down, means what will happen? RC equal to this, if goes up AQ, if this comes down means QC. We are taking reciprocal. Why we are taking reciprocal? After reciprocal, if you are seeing equation 1 and 2, we are getting both the right hand sides are equal. Okay, to make any one side equal, we are taking this reciprocal. Okay, in some problem directly it will become equal. Suppose if you are not getting equally, means then you have to take reciprocal, then that time you will get equal. Now if we are seeing 1 and 2, we are getting both the right hand sides are equal. So what we can do now? We can leave that equal side, we can write the remaining left hand sides. AP divided by PB, see AP divided by PB is equal to remaining here left hand side is what? BR divided by RC. Clear students? We know AP value. What in AP value we have written? 12 minus X. What is PB value? PB value is what? That side. We don't know. We have taken that as X, isn't it? PB value we have taken as X. So in PB side I have written here X equal to BR. BR value is this side is again what? X. So BR is also X. RC value what I have written here? RC equal to 6 minus X. So I have written here 6 minus X. Next step what we have to do? We have to do the cross multiplication. So I have done here cross multiplication. So how we have to write now? 12 minus X into 6 minus X equal to X into this side. X into X. Clear all of you? X into X. Cross multiplication means from here to here. Clear all of you? 6 minus X, 12 minus X into 6 minus X equal to X into X. So what we are going to do next step? This is what? 12 minus X is what? Binomial. This is X. 6 minus X is what? Binomial. We are going to multiply binomial into binomial. What we will do now? Now if you are seeing here, this 12 into 6, if you multiply 12, 6 are what? 72. Then same 12 you multiply with X. 12 into X is minus, we are having minus 12X. Then minus X into 6 is what? Minus 6X. Then minus into minus is what? Plus, we are having X into X is what? X square. This is equal to, I have written equal to X into X is what? X square. Clear all of you? The next step, this X square, this equal to X square, if it comes inside, what will happen? Minus X square. Then nothing is there, means equal to 0. This remaining 72 minus 12X minus 6X plus X square. This X square if comes this side, minus X square. So next step what will happen? This plus X square and minus X square will get cancelled. Then minus, here also minus, here also minus. So minus what we have to do? We have to add. 12 plus 6 is what? 18. After adding we have to see the greater number sign. 12 is the greater number. For that sign what we are having? Minus. So our answer is minus 18x equal to 0. The next step, this 18 will go this side. Then it will become what? Positive. So I have written 18x equal to 72. From this x value how will you find? 72 divided by 18. In 18 table 72 how many times? 18 table 72 if we cancel we are getting 4 times. So x value we have found 4 centimeter. Then what are the two sides they were asking us to find? We want to find PQ and RB. We have taken the PQ value is what? X. We have taken PQ value as X. Similarly RB value we have taken as X. Now we have found the X value is 4 centimeter. Therefore PQ is equal to RB is equal to X equal to 4 centimeter. Clear students? Clear? You have to be very concentrated when you are doing cross multiplication. Clear all of you? I hope you all understood this fifth question. Isn't it? If you have any doubt, you go through the video 1 or 2 times, you will be very clear. Okay? When you are copying the classwork, immediately you try in another notebook without seeing, so that you will be very clear about this problem. This is not very simple and normal calculation here we are doing. Clear? Now next we will see the sixth question. Students, in part 6 video, in exercise 4.2, we are going to see the sixth question. In trapezium ABCD, AB is parallel to DC, E and F are point on non-parallel sides AD and BC respectively, such that EF is parallel to AB, show that AE divided by ED is equal to BF divided by FC. What they are saying in the question, in trapezium ABCD, I have drawn ABCD. In that they are saying AB is parallel to DC. AB is parallel to DC. E and F are points on non-parallel side AD and BC. These AD, this is AD and this is BC. These two lines are what? Non-parallel. So which means in AD side we are having the point E and BC side we are having the point F. Such that EF is parallel to this line. EF is parallel to AB. They have given, we want to show that AE divided by ED is equal to BF divided by FC. We want to show that. Clear, students? Now for that we itself constructing one line. What is that line is? We are joining. Okay. Why we are constructing that line? If you are seeing here, we are having only the trapezium, means we are having only the trapezium, this line. How can we make the triangle with this? Whether we can able to make the triangle with the trapezium? No, we cannot able to draw the triangle. So that what we are doing is, we are constructing line in between ear to ear. Clear all of you? So what we are doing here? We are joining AC. Clear? We are joining AC. Meet EF. This AC line we are joining, no, that line EF, it has to meet at G. Clear, students? Clear all of you? Students, see the diagram here. Okay, according to the question, if we draw, we only will get this triangle, this trapezium alone. Whether in this trapezium can you able to draw the triangle? No. So what we are doing for this trapezium, we are joining A to C. So we are joining A to C here, we are joining. When we are joining, here we are having EF. If you see the FAR diagram, you will be able to understand. Here what we are doing, we are joining AC, okay, where this line EF, when we are joining, in EF line we will meet at one point, no, that point we are taking as G. Clear, students? That only in construction I have written. Join AC, meet EF at G. After joining this AC line, we have got now two triangles. Isn't it? So now in first triangle I am taking. What is the first triangle? ADC. I have written here. In triangle ADC, what are the two lines are parallel there? Here, this half only we are taking now. So EG is parallel to this baseline DC. Clear? Then by Thales theorem, how we will write? See, I have drawn separately that triangle alone. A, D, C, E and G. EG is parallel to DC. Clear? By Thales theorem, how can we write now? The corresponding sides what? Divides in the same ratio. So, AE divided by ED is equal to AG divided by GC. Clear? Mark this as equation 1. Next, we are taking this part triangle. Next triangle we are taking. What is the triangle? A, B, C. In between what parallel line we are having? GF parallel line we are having. So that also I have drawn. Now GF is parallel to what? AB. Now in triangle ABC, EG is parallel to BA. Clear all of you? Next we are going to apply the, sorry students, I have told you here EG, this is not F, this is FG. This FG line is parallel to BA. Now how will you write now? CF corresponding sides divides in the same ratio, no, by Thales theorem. So how can we write? CF divided by FB is equal to CG divided by GA, we can write. Okay, next we have to see whether the left hand sides are equal. No. You see now whether the right hand sides are equal. Here AG is there, here also AG is there. Here CG is there, here also CG is there. But the CG is here in denominator, but here we are having in numerator. So what we have to do? We have to take reciprocal. Taking reciprocal on both sides. Okay, now this FB will go up. What will become? BF divided by FC. See here, BF divided by FC. The next part, what will happen? GA divided by GC. AG divided by GC we have got. Now after mark this as equation 2. Now you notice equation 1 and 2. What both in this two equation we are having the both the right hand sides are equal. So if both the right hand sides are equal, we can what we can do? We can write both the left hand sides are equal. So here what is the left hand side? AE divided by ED equal to, here what is the left hand side? BF divided by FC. If you see, that's only they are asking to show that. What is they are asking to show that? AE divided by ED. If you see here, AE divided by ED equal to BF divided by FC. That only we have proved. So at last you have to write hence proved. Clear students? Here this is very simple. Okay, they have given trapezium, in that they have given parallel lines. So with that we cannot able to get triangle. So what we are doing? We are constructing one line AC meet EF at G. Afterwards we have got two triangle. Take the first triangle, write in the Thales theorem. Then take the second triangle, write in the Thales theorem. Then you see anything is getting equal. If not getting equal, take reciprocal. Then now we are getting both the right hand sides are equal. Then write both the left hand sides are equal. Hence we have proved. Clear? Anything difficult you have in this problem? No. Everything is easy. Clear? Only we are going to apply the Thales theorem. The corresponding sides divides in the same ratio. Clear students? Now next we are going to see the 7th question. In part 6 video we are going to see the same exercise 4.2 7th question. In figure, DE is parallel to BC and CD is parallel to EF. We want to prove that AD square equal to AB into AF. Clear all of you? We want to prove AD square equal to AB into AF. This AD square equal to AB into AF we want to prove. They have given the diagram. See what is the diagram they have given? Students, they have given the figure as ABC. Okay, they are telling that D is parallel to BC. See, D is parallel to BC and CD, where we are having CD, this line. CD is parallel to EF, this line. When this parallel, we want to prove that AD square equal to AB into AF we want to prove. Clear? First solution we will take. Solution, first we are taking the full triangle. In triangle ABC, where in that what the middle line is what? DE is parallel to BC. See, I have drawn separately the triangle ABC. DE is parallel to BC. According to Thales theorem, how we can write? How can we write? AD divided by the full length AB. Okay, if you see previous problem, how we have written AD divided by DB. But here we are taking AD divided by the full length AB equal to AE divided by the full length AC. Clear? Next, we have taken one triangle. In that figure we are having two triangles, isn't it? I have taken the next triangle. Next triangle, the baseline if you see DC. So I have taken DC. Here A is there. In middle line what they have given? CD is parallel to EF, second one. So if you see here CD is parallel to EF. Like that triangle you have to take. Which line is parallel, that triangle you have to take. If you see the first they have given D is parallel to BC. So I have drawn D parallel to BC. According to that triangle I have taken. And they have given CD is parallel to EF, where CD is, so you draw that CD, then where is EF. Then from that you construct the triangle. Clear all of you? Then again by Thales theorem how I am writing? AF divided by the full length AD equal to this AE divided by the full length AC. Clear all of you? Now students, now see the equation 1 and 2. What both the left hand sides what we are. Students, if you now notice equation 1 and 2, both the right hand side what we are having AE divided by AC, here also AE divided by AC. So leave that both the right hand side, write the remaining left hand side. What here left hand side? AD divided by AB. So write here what is the left hand side? AF divided by AD. So next step what we are doing? We are doing the cross multiplication. We are doing here cross multiplication. AD into AD equal to AB into AF. Clear? AD into AD is what? AD square. Here also AD. Here also AD means how can we write? AD whole square equal to AB into AF. Now you see what we have to prove. AD square equal to AB into AF. What we have proved? AD square equal to AB into AF. Hence proved. Clear, students? So we have completed in part 6, 5th problem, 6th problem and 7th problem. So with this 7th problem, based on the Thales theorem and converse part, we have proved. Next, in part 7 video, we are going to see about the next theorem, theorem number 3 and theorem number 4. So students, up to 7th problem in exercise 4.2, the problem is based fully of Thales theorem. Clear? Thales theorem and converse of Thales theorem. So hereafter from 8th problem onwards, we are going to see the based on the next 3rd theorem, angle bisector theorem. So up to this 7th problem, which is concept first one concept, only full of what? Thales theorem and converse. Clear, students? So go through the video 1 or 2 times, get concepts clearly. Then only you can understand the next theorem. Clear, students? Do the assignment correctly and copy the notes with neat and good presentation in your classroom. Thank you, students. We will see the next part 7 video. Thank you.